Hey guys, what is going on? This is Travis P11, and today what we're going to do is probably one of the easiest range tests I think I've ever done in my life, right? What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take the CPX-2 and the Taurus PT111 Millennium G2 to the range. We're going to do some reliability checkup tests, okay? And what I mean is I've got two older CPX-2 mags. They function great, never had any problems with these two mags, they've been wonderful. And then I got a factory replacement mag, which is interesting because it's got a different kind of coat on the outside. When I got it from the factory, it came packed in like an oil. Now this is nothing new, I've shown this in my video before. I put one or two full sets of rounds through it, and I think I had one jam out of the two mags that fired through it. Well, I want to get this broken in a little bit more and see if this mag is reliable, but here's the deal. I always seem to have a problem with that third mag after I fire two of these two magazines with no problems, okay? Doesn't matter what ammo I use, doesn't matter if I use steel case or federal or whatever. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and use this mag first, the new one, run one or two just complete, and we're gonna load it up to its max, I think 10 rounds, and fire that through it, load it up again, fire that through it, and then fire these two mags and see if we have any issues pop up. Don't worry, Ammo Cat's not gonna go with us. Both firearms have been cleared, they are unloaded. Don't freak out, people. And then for the PT111 Millennium G2, I used proper Loctite brand blue thread locking compound on the front and rear sights. 2 times I tried to use the blue thread compound that was given to me from Lakeline LLC for these sights, and both times the sights came loose within the first 2 magazines. Now, it's been about a month since I put this blue thread lock compound on here, and we're going to see how well the Loctite works. So this is going to be the 3rd time I've tried putting the Loctite on here. What's interesting in Lakeline's instructions, they say to put a little bar of Loctite across the back of the slide without this rear sight installed. And then once you install it, you got to make sure you got the blue Loctite on the screw, and then also on like a little strip of it, and you put it down, which is weird because I thought that only Loctite would work with like threads, okay? But apparently, I don't know, they seem to be convinced that it's not going to move. So this screw's nice and tight. It's about as centered as I think I could possibly get it. You don't get any kind of elevation, or I'm sorry, any windage or height adjustment with these sights. They're fixed. I just got it as center, you know, as centered as I possibly could. Front side also has a thread locking compound on it, the Loctite. So we're gonna see if that works. If these sides come loose again, I'm gonna go to red thread locking compound, all right? I'll get this completely degreased. I'll put that on I rubbed everything down with rubbing alcohol, okay? I'm going to put that on those screws and that little bar across the back. Let it dry for a couple days, take it out, and if I have problems again, I will be contacting Lakeline LLC to ask for a replacement, either set of sights or a real screw, a rear screw, okay? Because I can't mess around with having sights on this gun that are gonna get all wonky and start sliding and moving all over the place. That's not gonna happen. This pistol gets a lot of rounds put through it, and it needs to function. Magazines on the PT111 are just fine. We are gonna be shooting Freedom Munitions remanufactured ammo. I personally have not fired Freedom Munitions through either one of these firearms, okay? What I can tell you is I put 200 to 300 rounds through a Glock 17 with no problems. I have a close family member that also has a PT111 Millennium G2, and when we were helping him with his shooting, I think we did either 100 or 150 rounds of Freedom Munitions through his PT111, had 0 problems with it whatsoever. So I'm expecting this to function and perform as it has for the previous 500 rounds that I've already fired through my other guns, okay? So we'll see what happens, all right? So it's gonna be a quick range test. I'm gonna fire, like I said, a couple magazine fulls of this to see what happens. And then we'll fire the 2 older mags to see if we have any problems with this guy. What it was is it wasn't extracting properly. Then it was ramming the next round into the feed ramp. And then on PT111, we'll see if the sights hold true, okay? We'll see if they actually stay and don't move. I'll be very interesting. If they don't move, I'll be completely elated. I can finally put that problem to rest. So there we go, guys. Let's go ahead and run that range footage, and I want to thank you for watching. All right, here we go. Okay guys, here's the deal. It is rainy and it is windy and it's just kind of a mess out here at the range right now. So in order to protect the camera equipment, I am just going to go ahead and film this out of the back of the Jeep. We're right here at the pistol range at the Rob Jeffrey Firing Range south of Lexington, Nebraska. And we're going to go ahead and start off with the PT111 Millennium G2. Just to see if the sights come loose, I've used Loctite on the threads and we should be okay. So let's see what happens. We're going to burn two magazines through it. I'll check and see if the front side or the rear sides come loose after the first mag, and we'll go from there. All right, wish me luck. All right, we're all clear. No movement at all on the rear sight. That's a very good sign. Front side is solid. Okay, no movement at all. We're also running the Lakeline LLC aftermarket guide rod spring combo. Magazine number 2, 115 grain Freedom Munitions reloads. All right, here we go. Okay. All clear? Well, let's see. No movement whatsoever. All right. So, what does this teach us? If you go with the Trijicon aftermarket sights from Lakeline LLC, do make sure that you've got Loctite, that you're using Loctite on the screws. Do not use the blue thread locking compound they give you with the sights unless you're going to use Loctite. That's just lesson learned, okay? All right, it's all done. Okay, round 2. The saga of the Sky continues. All right, so this is a replacement magazine that Sky sent me. I've only put one load of rounds through it, and that's it. 10 rounds, and we're going to see if it jams. Now, last time we did this test, as I explained in the introduction video, I ran my 2 functional magazines through it, and then the third mag had 1 jam. Okay, the new mag had 1 jam, and that was it. So we're gonna run this mag, and then the 2 regular mags, then I'll stop, reload, run one more mag through this and see what happens, okay? So it's gonna be 4 magazines total we're gonna put through the CPX-2. All right, this is that new mag with that coating on it. It looks a little bit different than the originals that I got with the gun. Okay, should be good to go. Okay, no problems. Always a good sign, always a good sign. All right, that's the replacement mag, no problems there. Next 2 mags, we're gonna shoot through them a little bit quicker. These are mags that have always worked, but with my luck, we'll have some problems. All right, here we go. Second mag, this is one of the 2 originals that I got with the gun. Okay, all clear. Third magazine. Okay, here we go. Oh! Failure to eject. Failure to eject, guys. I don't know if you can see that or if that's really dark on the camera. All right. Okay, let's finish out the mag. Baby, you let me down. Okay, all right. All clear. We're gonna go ahead and run another new magazine through it and see what happens. If I have 1 failure to eject with that magazine, maybe we'll run through 2 magazines on it. This is going back to the factory, I'm done. All right, hang tight, guys. Okay, this is going to be magazine number 4 through the CPX-2. This will be the 3rd time total, or the 2nd time today, that I've actually run this replacement magazine from Sky at the range. All right, here we go. Okay, no problems there. All right, we're gonna run the 2 regular mags through it when we come right back. And if we're okay with that, I don't know what I'm gonna do. All right. Okay, we got the 2 original magazines we're going to run through it. We're continuing to run the Freedom Munitions ammo. Frame pins are not walking out, thank God. And all right, here we go. They're going to run, I don't even know where we're at, magazine 5 and 6, 6 and 7. Any problems in these next 2 magazines, we're going back to the company, all right? Probably won't screw up with my luck. Okay, we're all good there. Second mag, this is one of the number 2 of 2 original mags that came with the gun. This is it. Make it or break it, here we go. All right. Well, guys, you make the call. No movement on the frame pins. 1 FTE. I'll keep it as a laundry room gun. I guess that's about all I can do, unless I want to come out here with 200 rounds and see if I can get it to cause that problem again. So I'm at a loss. Okay, so there we go. All right, so guys, I want to thank you for joining me today. You can check me out over on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'm also over on gunchannels.com with the Ordinary Average Guy Gun Channel. You can also check me out over on Patreon, patreon.com/Travis P11. Guys, I want to thank you for joining me today. Please like or subscribe. I'll be bringing you that Ruger precision video soon. I'm just kind of waiting for things to dry out a little bit here at the range. It's been raining for the last 2 days, and everything's just soaked. Just not fun conditions to go out to 1,000 yards and so on. So, Ruger precision rifle video coming up soon. All right. Okay, guys. So thank you for watching. You guys rock. Have a great rest of the week, and we'll talk to you later. All right. Take care. Bye bye.